Have you ever tasted something which is known by the word failure, or something that you have actually come across while looking at so many other people around you, in your circle, in your family, or anywhere that you're aware of? What really happens in a situation like this, and how does this situation typically crop up? It could be events that may have happened from an early age, maybe exam results, expectations of family, poor marks, other kinds of pressure. It could also be bullying that one has really experienced right from their early days in the school through batchmates. What are the so-called triggers that actually makes one truly feel that one is a failure? The trigger actually could be what is already there in the mind. Your mind could perceive a certain event to be a failure. For example, if I have to tell you about myself, during my school days, it used to so happen that a lot of times my batchmates used to bully me on account of a variety of reasons. Whenever they wanted to have fun, and whenever they just used to pick up something and they used to just carry it with themselves. So I always used to feel that, okay, why am I not really like them? Maybe I'm a bit different than them. So probably at some point in time I thought that this was a failure. But over a period of time, when I started to mingle and interact with other people, I realized that while I was wrong, I had my own set of like-minded people with whom I used to navigate, with whom I used to spend more time. So the bottom line really is, what your mind perceives to be a failure could actually eventually turn out to be an awesome opportunity for you to look at things differently. The practical point is, nobody should really define the definition of what is working well for you and what isn't working well for you. This brings me to the next point. Does one really fail in life, or is it all just in the mind? If you today ask some of the best winners of the world, winners across sectors, across industries, winners as sports people, winners as businessmen, winners as historians, winners as world leaders, they will all say that they have all tasted a word like this, but they've never considered it to be that particular word, which is called failure. And why is it that they haven't considered it to be like that? The primary reason why they haven't considered it to be a failure is because the moment one considers this word to be powerful, then the other word, which is opportunity, then what happens is one is already handing over the power to this particular word. And this is exactly what the best and the finest leaders across sectors, across streams have always considered. You look at anyone, even a common passerby in the area that you live, you look at common passerby in the area that you work, you will find a lot of people who are successful, they keep facing a lot of obstacles in whatever work or stream that they are doing. If you ask them about their story, they will have stories to narrate how they actually managed to overcome an awesome obstacle. If you look at some amazing winners every single year across streams, you will find that these people actually grow through all of those obstacles and that power word called failure. And how do they truly grow through them? Only by considering all of these things purely from the definition of an opportunity. A lot of people themselves considered to be a failure in comparison to the ecosystem that they belong to. So if you stop considering yourself to be part of that ecosystem, and if you start looking at yourself as someone who is beyond that, what will happen? You will start to look at your mind from a very, very different perspective. Now let's look at some of the steps by virtue of which you could actually rise from this challenge. The first one, so because the topic is going to talk about 6 ways to deal with it, let me now uncover the first one. The first one is linked to the following. The first one is linked to your own independent self-reflection. You become self-confident through your own self-reflection. You start to look at what is it that you have done over a period of time. What are the kind of achievements that you have had? What are the kind of accolades that you have had? Just because in your current assignment or in your current scenario or situation, you haven't done well or you aren't doing well, that can't define what your future is gonna look like. That's number one. Number two, as part of what it's linked to is support from your friends and family, which truly makes you believe that you can rise and try again. It's extremely important what is the kind of environment that you are spending your time with. If you are investing and spending your time in the right environment, let me share with you that you 100% will change as a person. Moving to the next one is pick yourself up even if you stumble the way you do. Like for example, by putting yourself into the company of the right people who will continuously remind you and make you realize that the journey has just about started. And for any new journey that starts, there are gonna be a lot of obstacles, challenges, issues that will continue to come, and we have to just consider them to be a stumbling block that has to be overcome. Third point, especially for people who are applying for job and for people who continue to get rejected on job, and a lot of times what happens is they literally feel that the soul is completely crushed. You slowly, what is important is you slowly uncrumple yourself and you give another shot. And this activity to uncrumple and laying yourself again is a classic example of what you're going to face in life all the time. It's like saying you've tried something and it hasn't happened for the first time. So think about it to a variety of examples that you may have yourself encountered in your own career. If I have to narrate an example from my own career, I was appearing for an exam. I couldn't clear an exam for the first time, for the second time, but I persevered. I was committed. I was determined that I have to do it again. And that made me try it the third time with all the learnings, all the experiences that I had in the first two times. And I actually rose to the occasion. I did extremely well. So I know that this is a scenario which is easier said than done, and hence I'm giving you my own example. If I can do it, I think as a viewer you can very well do it. The next point here is doing things beyond your resume of success. A lot of times I see young people or young working professionals who are just working on building their resume on paper. What is very important is not to look at only things which actually looks good or great on paper, but it's important to do things that are going to define your resume or define your success basis the kind of skill sets that make you capable for your future. So that's more like a mindset change that you need to develop. And when I'm talking about mindset, what's very important is to have a pro-growth mindset. When you really interpret to see a failure from the lens of the same being an opportunity or a blessing, what happens is this is completely against focusing on the negativity, scarcity, lack. I didn't get this, it didn't happen for me, this is bad for me. Your mindset changes completely. And when your mindset changes completely, what really happens is you start living in the now. And the moment you start living in the now, you will start looking at what is it that you can do today. What are the opportunities that are available in front of you today? What is the best that you can make for yourself today? What are the set of things that you need to learn today to make a better tomorrow for yourself? So just summarizing the 6 points, one is what is it linked to, which is where I spoke about self-reflection and support from family and friends. Pick yourself up even if when you stumble, that's the second point. Third point is you've applied for a job and you've got rejected. Fourth is doing things beyond the resume. Fifth is develop a pro-growth mindset. And sixth and the final point is living in the now. This is a topic which can go very, very deep, and here I'm presenting to you a short version of the deeper topic which will follow. Just to summarize, what Bill Gates said is so very inspiring. It's fine to celebrate success, but it's more important to heed the lessons of failure. So friends, it's extremely important to learn and pick up all the lessons that made you feel that you were a failure. But let me tell you, in reality, you have never been a failure. It is all a part and parcel of the learning curve that you've built for yourself. Cheers, God bless, see you, stay safe, bye-bye.